First comes 32 parts of body. Then comes 4 elements. And then 9 stages of the body in decay. Feelings is basically 3 kinds of feelings: pleasant, painful, neither painful nor pleasant. So you have sukha feelings. My friend decided to name her dog as Sukha, but that dog ended up giving her a lot of pains. Painful, dukkha, and adukkama asukha. So this is, let me show you how the word is made. Adukkha, asukha. That's what they are trying to say here. No dukkha, no sukha, right? And then there are 2 vowels here, and the sound ma comes. So, and then what happens is adukkha, ma, sukha. See that? Combination. So this ma. One A is still there. So those 3 feelings, when you see it in different ways, just slightly advanced as worldly, which means owing to your body, and unworldly, basically like beyond your body. World, this body is the world and then beyond. So you see those in different ways. So sometimes people say beyond body is meditation pain. Meditation also can give you pain when you do it, when you try to sit in a posture for a long time. And then chitta is basically different kind of chittas, like raga chitta. Raga means lustful. Dvesha or dosa chitta means aversion, like to fight with something, fight in meditation, fight with others, aversion. Those are different states of mind that arise that need to be looked at mindfully. And moha, delusory. Delusory mind, delusion. And then you come to a final level. Do you think this is a gradual process? Yes, for a beginner who's reading this and how to practice. But when you are an advanced practitioner, you can just begin with here too, because that's what you are working with right now. That's what bothers you, not any of that. So it is, you can enter from any place depending on what you are dealing with. And each of these help you to develop insight. Because at the end of any of these practices, repeatedly you find you cultivate insight. So insight part is repeated 22 times in the sutra. Which sutra? Satipatthana Sutta. This is Majjhima Nikaya 10. This goes on establishing mindfulness in these 4 ways. So, Patthana means establishing, Sati means mindfulness, so establishing mindfulness. So, Dhamma means phenomena. And that includes 5 hindrances. It's not just observing when they arise, also learning how to prevent them ever arising again in your meditation. You can just learn, develop they will arise, but you know how to prevent it. Number 2, 7 awakening factors. Actually, before that you do 6 sense doors. When you have developed all these, you kind of get sense of 6 sense doors already. Number 3, so this is internal, and then you see it externally. And then you observe 5 aggregates. And then has things like Four Noble Truth in it. So this sutra is very famous in the world also because of the MBSR movement, mindfulness-based stress reduction, and because of the Vipassana movement that came to this country in the 70s, as they say. Like John Kabat-Zinn and monks who came from Myanmar established the Vipassana movement, so they practice that here. You have so many Vipassana centers from Goenkaji. People go to silent retreats, and some people say they don't smile, and that's a bad thing. But they provide a setting for meditation for any practitioner. So, and they don't charge a fee for from those people who cannot afford to pay. But it's totally run by generosity. The fact that they survived so many years means they are doing something right, and that they have established those centers around the world. Sri Lanka has 3 of those. 2, very much established. The 3rd one not so, but being established. So in South America, and basically in every state, you find a Vipassana center, and you go and do 10 days retreats, and you go advanced retreats. So I know a friend living in Chicago, Roscoe, Illinois. She's going to Sri Lanka for a 1-month retreat, but she's from Nepal. She had to be qualified by doing so many 10 days meditation retreats, and she did not just Vipassana, but she did other meditation in other places, and in the end she is now studying this sutra because looks like that is what helps her. So many people pin this down and have it in their heart as the basis. I have this in my heart as the basis of my practice too, besides the practice of Brahma Viharas.
There's the 7 factors of awakening in there too, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mentioned that, did not write it here, right? So, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
7 factors of awakening. So this is like the map of practice for many people. And then you have the longer versions and shorter versions, and you find some version of it in every Nikaya. In long discourses or middle length discourses or gradual discourses or numerical discourses or in the minor collection of books you find some version of this. So, and in every sutra you find something related to that, or the Buddha kind of starting something and then going in there. And what's your question?
I was just going to see if you could read the 1 through 5 out loud again, because it's just hard for me to read.
Anybody want to try?
You mean 1 through 4?
You want to say
I
here?
think it's 1 through 5, isn't it?
Those
Right to the 4, the red.
Oh, yeah, the 4, yeah.
Yeah, I have a hard time.
You want to say here?
In red?
You can sit here.
Oh, okay.
Red.
5 hindrances,
Yeah, thank you.
6 sense doors. Are you beginning to write or have you tried before? 6 sense doors, internally and externally, both ways. And 5 aggregates, skandha. And then please put 7 factors of awakening before the 4 noble truths. Okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
You are welcome. Then the Buddha talks about 4 right strivings. What are those? These 4, this is how you make effort. Right? And he has given Pali here: Samvara, restrainment; Pahana, abandoning; Bhavana, cultivating; and Anurakkana, like guarding. This is the way to make effort in meditation, striving. Actually, we need to take a break. But before that, please read where we are, so that you know. In meditation, sometimes different ones try to say you do this, you do that, but this is the real striving you do in meditation. Brings forth desire for the restraint of unarisen, bad, unwholesome states. He makes an effort, rouses energy, applies his mind and strives. He brings forth desire for the abandoning of arisen, bad, unwholesome states. He makes an effort, rouses energy, applies his mind and strives. He brings forth desire for the cultivating of unarisen, wholesome states. He makes an effort, rouses energy, applies his mind and strives. He brings forth desire for the guarding, maintenance of unarisen, wholesome states. He makes an effort, rouses energy, applies his mind and strives. These are the 4 strivings. Okay? Take a break. Strive to take a break.